Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses. Now, this video is called Control Your Population. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to monetize it. I'm going to be using myself as an example. If you watched some of my live videos earlier, I wasn't feeling too well. I'm not feeling at my 100% best right now, but I'm feeling significantly better. Control your population. Now, everybody likes to talk about population control and this is this and this and this. I'm gonna make a video right after this. It is gonna go pretty dark. It's gonna be logical, rational. It's gonna hurt some people's feelings and change your opinion on me, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna spit some facts to you. Number one, the biggest determiner of the American economy is what? I want you to do your research. I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to do the proper research. The biggest determiner, the biggest industry that affects the American economy is the healthcare system, all right? The healthcare system. What is the biggest destroyer of Americans? Heart disease. Heart disease, guys. What contributes to heart disease? Cigarettes, drugs, stress, and a bad diet. Now, if you love yourself on a certain level, two of these things are not going to affect you. Everybody has stress. Not everybody has good coping skills. It's 2019. When I start hearing people, and I'm gonna say it like this. I don't want to be too blunt, and I don't want to sound like I'm one of those. But when I hear certain people that I wouldn't expect to know certain things and to be educated on specific subjects such as diet and certain coping skills and certain habits that may lower stress, such as meditation, breathing exercises, yoga, that really takes me by surprise. And the number one way to guarantee a healthy lifestyle, well, not guarantee, but a good way to live a long, healthy life is through education. The number one determiner, the healthcare industry controls the American economy. With that, what do you get? If people stop getting sick, we're going to have to rely on other things to fuel our American economy. We're going to we're going to have to do some new stuff. I want you to do your research on this too. The more literate a person is, the less likely they are to get into accidents and have bad health. The exact correlation between reading and accidents is something I don't know. You being able to read above a fourth or fifth grade level, preventing car accidents and slip and falls and burning yourself, I don't know if it's someone is more intelligent or calculating or more careful with themselves, or it just boosts their level of awareness of their surroundings and self-love, so they don't put themselves in certain situations, so they pay more attention to the environment. I don't know how reading gives you longevity and prevents accidents, but from my research I have found that. Okay, there are several things that determine the health of the healthcare industry. No, there are several things that determine the health of the American economy, such as real estate, such as healthcare, such as the amount of people going into college and graduating successfully or unsuccessfully, depending on what you decide to point your attention to. But education, managing your stress, and just not doing anything crazy to your body will give you longevity. Personally, how I like to apply this to me, what's up, Melba? You see, I'm sick right now. You know why I'm sick? Because I went to the Twisted Crucial Conflict Do or Die concert, and what happened? I walked home drunk and high as fuck. And I was so drunk and high, I didn't realize how cold it was outside. So what happened? I opened the window and I fell asleep with the window open. And I woke up with all this beautiful phlegm in my lungs. Nose was running. I had a fever, had a headache, all kind of good stuff. Stomach hurt. Didn't have a diet. It was bad. Now, had I not been dealing with certain stressors inappropriately, partying, doing all kind of stuff to my body that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I'm sure I didn't eat that well that day. If I cared enough and if I wasn't under the influence of drugs and alcohol, I would be in good health. I would be at work right now making money. But no, I had to take, I had to do what I did to remember, hey, it's not July anymore. You can't just fall asleep with the window open. I could have got pneumonia from this situation and died or something like that. Luckily, I mean, that could still happen. I don't foresee it happening. But you have to educate yourself. You have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to build these knowledges. You have to invest in your knowledge. You have to invest in the specialized informations that are available to you. Okay? So all the people screaming population control, yes, it happens. Who in their right mind would deny it? It's natural. Okay? A lot of animals do it, plants do it, earth does it to itself in certain situations. But you don't have to be a part of that population that is controlled through death. Okay? This is why racism exists. I don't believe that people consciously hate people because of whatever they may claim. I just think they know that if they don't keep to themselves and educate their people, that they're not going to stand a chance. I think white supremacy, you think I think some people, this group of people who can't even stand in the sun without getting skin cancer, thinks they're better than everybody else? You think they don't think that. They know that they need to stay to themselves, or there's not going to be any more people that look like them in the future. That their whole identity is going to be erased from this planet at some point. They're not going to have any more control if they don't start at home. Do I support white supremacy? Of course I don't. Do I support black supremacy or whatever exists out there? I don't. But I definitely understand it. I definitely understand that they're scared. That people who think that their race is the best, really for no reason, or they hate other people, it's really from one or two things. They think they're scared. I mean, they think they're weaker. They know they don't stand a chance and they're scared. Or something happened to them or a relative when they were younger and they just got traumatized. Arrested development kicks in and they really think that all black people steal and all Mexicans are drug dealers and all white people are do what they do, whatever stereotype they have, which is usually the worst one. So I don't want to say it on this because I haven't used profanity and I might be able to monetize this video. But I think you know what I'm talking about. All that good stuff. But that's really it. That's really it. I'm trying to collect everything, get everything back in order, use the rest of this new moon energy, all these personality planets being in Virgo, utilize it. Yeah, and start something new. Get back on what I was getting on. But education, education. That's what we need. Diets, making sure that you don't. You know how long it's been since I've been to the doctor, and I'm not proud of this. The last time I went to the doctor, and I wasn't even sick, I hurt my hand. This happened March 6th. The scar on my hand, March 6th, 2018. Before that, since I was nine, since from 17 to now, I've only been to the doctor once for an emergency, and that's because I got bit by a brown recluse when I was sleeping. It's not like I went on a hike or I was digging a ditch in somebody's backyard. I was sleeping, okay? But I haven't gone to the doctor for being sick. I probably had a checkup when I was like 18 when I got kicked out of my mom's house. And then the brown recluse thing. Other than that, I haven't been sick enough to have a real reason to go to the doctor. The only, okay, that's a lie. I've been to the doctor because I skipped work, I think 2 days in a row on purpose because I just didn't feel like going. And I had to go to the doctor to get a doctor's note, but I wasn't actually sick. Other than that, man, I'm not saying that I haven't been to the doctor because I'm so educated and smart. I just personally don't like going to the doctor. Personally, that's just not something I'm interested in. And I haven't been in any situations where I really had to go. I haven't had any rashes or anything shutting down or overly active. None of that. Okay? I already know what I have to do if I want to improve my health. Exercise, don't smoke a half a pack of cigarettes every day, and drink once a month or never again for the rest of my life. Easy, simple stuff. Eat vegetarian, fruitarian, don't eat so much bread. Simple stuff. A lot of people have a lot of health problems, health issues, heart stuff. I don't. I'm thankful for that. But it starts with the self. It starts with the self. Then you touch your neighbor, tell your neighbor to touch your neighbor, and it spreads itself. It spreads not as fast as a virus, unfortunately, but you got to keep those people, like I said in the last video. You have to give the people the messages that they value. Even if they don't want to do certain things, even if you say, hey, bro, I know you like to eat bacon and all that other greasy stuff, but one day you're gonna be at this age and you're not gonna be able to make love to your woman if you eat bacon 3 times a week like you do. So make a choice. Me saying, hey, if you stop eating meat, your brain is gonna work so much faster. You're gonna be able to take in more information quicker, read more books. What does that mean to somebody who doesn't read books? Somebody who's like, I don't eat, I don't read anyway. Let me get some more bacon. I have to, you have to speak the language of the people. Ultimately, you have to speak the language of the people. And then when you're 44 and they're 45 and they can't get erections and you're on your fifth child for the year, they're gonna be like, how are you doing? I told you 20 years ago, bro, to stop eating bacon, didn't I? You didn't listen. The truth presents itself 3 times. Right on time, and when it's too late. You get me? That's all I wanted to say, guys. My next video, I don't know if I'm gonna make that video because everybody's so sensitive right now, especially because that Dave Chappelle Sticks and Stones stand up, which that was hilarious. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care you want me to be a spiritualist and all of this, play with these little cards and tune my chakras and meditate and do all of it. It was funny, okay? And I watched it illegally. I'm not about to pay for Netflix. I went on 123movies.com, popped right up, and I watched it. I watched it twice. It was funny. It was funnier the second time because I caught all the jokes. And I googled the names he said, and I didn't recognize them the first time. Then I learned the backstory, why he might have been telling these jokes, and it made a lot more sense, and I got a lot more pleasure the second time. But, what's up? What's up, bro? That's all I wanted to say, guys. It's AaroniMoses. Life is in the breath. Peace.